Look, she was a Lindt Cafe employee. We can't officially confirm her identity. It hasn't been officially released yet, but it certainly has been on social media and by her friends and family by the looks of things. It appears she's Ellie Chen. Her friends on social media have been congratulating on her escape from this terrible ordeal. It appears she's one of the hostages that came out last, those two women that had their arms in the air as they ran to the arms of the police. Also, a little bit of further detail about one of the other escapees, Mel. We know he's a Sydney barrister who had his chambers right on top of the Lindt Cafe. Again, we know his identity, but it hasn't been officially released. We're not going to release it here, but good news that he's free too.
Okay, that is certainly all right, Chris. Thank you very, very much. And as Chris Reason mentioned, a very, very busy spot with a lot of officers looking down into Martin Place nearby that Lindt Cafe. Glenn Connolly has been keeping watch from another vantage point at Sydney Hospital, which is at the other end of Martin Place. And Glenn, you've got some extraordinary pictures from your location. What have you been seeing?
Mel, at one point between about 11 o'clock and midday, our camera was trained on the front door of the Lindt Cafe, and we had quite a long lens on the camera. We were able to see right in, and what we saw was nothing short of terrifying. The gunman was using, as Chris Reason said in his cross just a moment ago, he was using one of the employees of the Lindt Cafe as a human shield as he moved between what appeared to be two groups of hostages. The first group in the front window that we had seen looking across from the 7 newsroom from the very moment this began, but also another group further into the cafe, which led to speculation perhaps there was more than one gunman. But at various times he was going backwards and forwards with his hand on the back or the back of the neck of this Lindt Cafe employee as he moved the hostages around. We did see other hostages there, in particular a middle-aged woman in a white top who was very, very distressed. She was wiping her eyes, wiping her nose, and at one stage went to wipe her eyes and was obviously yelled at by the gunman. Her hands went straight back up into the air. She was visibly upset, as we've seen with all of those, particularly the faces of those who escaped. The terror in their eyes as they reached their moment of safety was just something unforgettable.
Look.